Jogging along the Kennet Avon Canal. Stewie's at the tiller. Darren's in the sun, soaking up the view. Melly's making a brew for the crew. Enemy is up to mischief on the boat.
Good morning, and yes, it is good morning. It's 7 o'clock here on the Kennet Avon Canal on our day 2 of our little holiday. Didn't do any filming yesterday because it was getting used to the boat again and teaching people how to drive the boat, etc, etc. So we're heading that way, which means a lot to you. We're heading towards Crofton, Locks and Bedwin today. We stayed at Wootton Rivers last night, bedded down for the night. We had some drama, that's all I can say. We had some drama last night. The gas went off. So I went and turned the other gas bottle on and passed Stewie the lid to the gas thing. And bless him, in his little way, he leant the cover up against the side of the boat. Yes, it did. It went under. Splash. But luckily we had a lovely neighbour next door to us who had a magnet on a string. And we pulled the panel out and placed it back onto the gas bolts. But doing it caused a bit of a drama for everybody. But it was all good fun. The joys of boating, isn't it? See you later. There is said cover, which went in the drink last night. And I say thanks to the guy next to us who had a magnet, we managed to fish it out.
Soaking up the view, Mella's making a brew for the crew. And Emmy is up to mischief on the boat. And Emmy is up to mischief on the boat. Chugging on the canal network. Living the dream, keeping it real. Tonight we'll be in the pub having a beer. Back to the Narrowboat along the towpath. Ready for the next adventure with the CRT.
It's dark in here. There's me and Stewie, the skipper and the maintenance guy on the back of the boat. Stewie's on the tiller, Darren's not in the sun, soaking up the view. We're saying goodbye to the sun, all the way back there. There it is, breakfast cooking. Stewie busy in the galley. There's me on the tiller, trying to negotiate the telephone, which I'm recording on. And concentrating to keep the boat in a straight line. It's getting better, but could be improving quite negotiable. All I can smell is bacon cooking, and it's making my tummy go. Yeah, chugging along. We're nearly at Crofton now. In the previous video I put on that this was the crossover here we're coming up to from what was the Andover to Swindon line, the Spratt and Winkle line, which ran from Southampton to Andover, and then it rejoined to the Great Western Railway from Andover up to Swindon. Through all the little villages, Marlborough being one of the main towns on the network, and then Swindon. You'll see a map of where we are in a minute. I'll put it next to the video so you can see exactly where we are on the old railway line. I had a bit of a problem there. The bacon has set the smoke alarm off, but luckily it's all under control. So this is the bridge, what used to be the railway bridge, the Swindon Andover Swindon line that we're just going under now, which is no longer a bridge, it's just got the structure for the bridge.
And Emmy is up to mischief on the boat. And Emmy is up to mischief on the boat. Chugging on the canal network. Living the dream. keeping it real tonight. We'll be in the pub having a beer. Back to the Narrowboat along the towpath. Ready for the next step.
That was close, she nearly fell in. That was brilliant, that was. And it was recorded on the old camera. Right then, so we are at Crofton, the Sam Farmer lock at the moment. I've left Mal with the gate and the lock. While I go off and set the next lock, it could go wrong, it could go good. I think we've got it. I think we've got the got it all set in the one's brain on what to do and things like that. So Stewie, being skipper, he's in charge of the boat. Captain is on the boat as well, Imogen, and now I'm being maintenance, going down to set the next lock. A bit of a sweat on. So yeah, I'm down here at lock 59 on the Kennet Avon Canal, and both gates were open. Set as it says, leave lock empty. Boat was before us, which we left it empty for them. Should have left it full for us, but they didn't do their homework and go forward, which is quite annoying. But yeah, the lock gates there had no bridge, so I had to walk across the top of it. Getting used to it. Still scary as hell because there's a long drop, but we're there. So the lock is now set for the skipper and the crew members to come straight in.
Lock 59, Honey's now going down to Narrowboat.
In the pub having a beer. Back to the Narrowboat along the towpath. Chugging on the Kennet Avon Canal. Stewie's at the tiller.
Well, good morning, it's day 3 on our little adventure. Got off yesterday where it was an adventure and a half. We travelled for 12 hours, 25 minutes. Navigated through 22 locks. Nearly fell in. Emmy accidentally chucked the chair in. Not out of the straw. Just accidentally went in. Bless her heart. So day 3, we're in Hungerford. I've just been to the shop. I got a bit bagged under my eyes this morning, but I feel absolutely fine. I've cut my face as well. I reckon that was on a tree as we went under it. But I got the girl a present because she was a bit upset yesterday regarding the chair. Although, me being me, I laughed about it. But yeah, it's nice. I take Hungerford for granted. Just drive through it. When you drive through it, either on the A4 or the 338, it is a blink of a second. You think, not much here. But it's actually a nice, pretty little town. Some English road cottages and a canal, obviously, and makes it really nice. Advertising. Oh, what a hot day it is today. So day 3 of our little adventure, we've managed to get to Thatcham. Newbury wasn't available for mooring purposes, So we've gone on to Thatcham, to the winding hole, and then turn around to go back towards Honeystreet. Monkey Marsh Lock, one of the oldest on the canal network. This could go completely wrong, but yeah. We're trapped by the railway crossing. What a bummer. So this is the evening of day 3. That light in the distance there is the footbridge of Thatcham railway station. We are close to the main Paddington to Penzance main line. There we go, we're on day 4 now. And I've got to do the maintenance department in a minute, the weed hatch. And then we're going to reverse back up to the winding hole there. And then head up towards Newbury for today. So day 4 of our little adventure. Crew and skipper have gone off to operate the lock. We have a wide beam in there at the moment, so we couldn't share it today. So there's a wide beam in front of us, which is a bummer. So another narrow boat. Well, there we go. Hopefully it'll speed off and clear the next lock ready for us. 4 locks today to get back to Newbury. We're going to spend the day in Newbury and have an easy day today after 2 full days of sailing, or whatever you call it, cruising the cut. There we go, that's a proper word, cruising the cut. Well, good afternoon everybody. It's day 4, bank holiday on the Monday, August bank holiday Monday. We're moored in Newbury. Mel, Stewie and Imogen have gone off to explore the town. Me being a Newbury person with my bus career, I'm staying on the boat and just chilling out for the afternoon. We've used the Greg's 50% discount, which is quite handy, on lunch this afternoon, and had a little picnic by the river, and now we're going to go out for a meal tonight at the Long Stock and Barrel, which is literally over there, 50 yards that way. morning everybody. It is now day 5 of our little adventure. Technically day 4, but it is day 5. We are currently in Newbury. We spent a lazy day yesterday in Newbury. Cruised for 4 hours, had the day in Newbury. Now we're going to make our way back towards Honeystreet and Devizes direction. Stewie's in the galley making breakfast. It is currently 7:30 in the morning, and it's going to be a full day's cruise today to try and get us back as close as we can to make it an easier week. Modern technology. We have an electric swing bridge here. I'm just waiting for the go ahead from Stewie, and then we'll open the bridge. The joys of trying to find a mooring at night time. So this is day 6. We are going through the Tunnel of Love. Me and Stewie here, holding hands, going into the Bruce Tunnel. What happened in the Bruce Tunnel stays in the Bruce Tunnel, apparently. That's what Mel said. Only me and Stewie can tell what actually happened. So then we have the crew member on the tiller, the skipper here, and the maintenance guy. Captain, typical where the captain is, asleep in their quarters. However, we've been up since 6:30 this morning, right? Yeah. We've gone through 9 knots, now we're in the Bruce Tunnel. Still a neat picture in, so celebrations on this one. This is our last log of 78. Our first log was on Friday, where Mal's sister Ali and her husband Paul and their two children, Holly and Samuel, came to meet us and to see us off. I didn't do any recordings on that day because it was our first day and we had to get used to the boat ride, etc, etc. However, this is a celebration log of filming it alongside Honeybell, the sister boat of Honey, going down in the lock together. Shedded a few tears. It's been a bliss of a fantastic holiday, fantastic company, and it was like today's our last day, and it's been a breeze, really has. But we're going to make the most of our last day. We had a lie-in this morning, although my alarm clock went off at 6:30, which I wasn't impressed about. But I did go back to sleep again, and hopefully get some more photographs and videos. And we've got one swing bridge to do today to go in towards Devizes. Hopefully have some dinner at the bridge inn at Bishop Cannon's, and then make our way back to Honeystreet tomorrow morning, which will be day 8. I stand corrected. It's not Bishop Cannon's where the bridge inn is, it's Horton. The village of Horton, just outside Devizes, between Devizes and Bishop Cannon's. Do it again. So that last clip is Imogen slurping from her straw as they do in the movies. There she is having a cheeky glass of wine. There's a picture there of my food and Melanie's food that we had at the Bridge Inn at Horton last night. There's a picture of me and Stewie together. A picture of Mel and Imogen together. And then there's a picture of all of us with Stewie's cheeky little face.
Ready for the next adventure with the CRT.
I see a swan, where may it be going? I see a swan, where's the water flowing? I feel the breeze from the trees everywhere I turn, for it is an evening for a lovely day. do-bar, a do-bar, a do-bar, a do-bar, a do.
Good morning. So this is our last day. Well, last cruise. It's currently 6:15 here on Friday the 29th of August. I'm in my rain gear. Not reindeer, rain gear. It's absolutely chucking it down here. I don't know if you can see that on the photograph. But I'm ready to pull the strings, ropes, and start and crank the shaft and start moving. We got to go down towards Spice Marina to turn around to the winding hole and then head back through the two swing bridges, hoping that a member of the crew will be awake by then, and then back to Honeystreet. It's about a 2.5 hour cruise this morning, so let's get cracking.
Chugging on the Kennet Avon Canal. Stewie's at the tiller. Dad's in the sun soaking up the view. Mella's making a brew for the crew. And Emmy is up to mischief on the boat. And Mimi is up to mischief on the boat. Chugging on the canal network. Living the dream, keeping it real. Tonight we'll be in the pub having a beer. Back to the Narrowboat along the towpath. Ready for the next adventure with the CRT. Chugging on the Kennet Avon Canal. Chugging on the Kennet Avon Canal. Stewie's at the tiller. Chugging along the Kennet Avon Canal. Stewie's at the tiller. Darren's in the sun, soaking up the view. Mella's making a brew for the crew. Enemy is up to mischief on the boat. Chugging on the canal network. Living the dream, keeping it real. Tonight we'll be in the pub having a beer. Back to the Narrowboat along the towpath. Ready for the next adventure with the CRT. Chugging along the Kennet Avon Canal. Stewie's at the tiller. Dan's in the sun, soaking up the view. Mella's making a brew for the crew. And Emmy's up to mischief on the boat. And Mimi is up to mischief on the boat. Chugging on the canal network. Living the dream, keeping it real. Tonight we'll be in the pub having a beer. Back to the Narrowboat along the towpath. Ready for the next adventure with the CRT. Chugging on the Kennet Avon Canal. Stewie's at the tiller. Dad's in the sun, soaking up the view. Mella's making a brew for the crew. And Emmy is up to mischief on the boat. And Mimi is up to mischief on the boat. Chugging on the canal network. living the dream, keeping it real. Tonight we'll be in the pub, having a beer. Back to the narrow road along the towpath, ready for the next adventure with the CRT. Chugging on the Kennet Avon Canal. Chugging on the Kennet Avon Canal. Stewie's at the tiller. Chugging along the Kennet Avon Canal. Stewie's at the tiller. Darren's in the sun, soaking up the view. Melly's making a brew for the crew. Enemy is up to mischief on the boat. Chugging on the canal network, living the dream, keeping it real. Tonight we'll be in the pub, having a beer. Back to the narrow road along the towpath, ready for the next adventure with the CRT.